the next section in our next talk by Dr. Megan Morikawa, who is with the Iberostar Group. Iberostar, as I talked about the other day, is not necessarily one of the people that you would think of as being a traditional partner in a coral restoration conference. But in reality, they're the ideal partner. They touch the tourism industry. They've got properties that are right on many coasts and many coral reef regions. And they are one of the true partners out there that's actually stepping up and putting their money where their mouth is in terms of coastal conservation through their Wave of Change program, which Megan is going to talk about now, as well as many other initiatives that they've got going on. And they want to continue to expand those efforts. I had a great conversation with Megan yesterday about what we can do to further leverage Iberostar's interest in this. And I think the future is bright in terms of partnerships, both with them and many of their peers in the tourism industry. So I look forward to hearing from Megan now about the Wave of Change program.
Thanks, Tom. Well, good afternoon to all of you. It's such a pleasure to be here at the very end of an incredibly hopeful and inspirational Reef Futures conference. I want to say thank you to the organizers for really leveling the playing field, bringing people from small NGOs to some of the biggest players together to share ideas and think about what it is that we can do to scale up reef restoration, take those stories home, and implement them immediately. What I want to do is tell you a little bit about the program that we're developing at Iberostar, called the Wave of Change, and ask you to help us continue this movement of the Wave of Change together. A year ago, I was in a very similar position to all of you. I was wrapping up a field study, writing up a dissertation, looking at how we can integrate multiple species to scale up reef restoration that is resilient to climate change. A year later, I'm now finding myself the director of the sustainability group for the Iberostar Hotels and Resorts. And I want to share with you a little bit about our vision of the ways that the hotel sector can contribute novelly to what it is that we need to accomplish to expand the pie of resources that are available to reef restoration, and most of all, to invite you to come and help us try and reach scale with some of the initiatives, the incredible projects that I've been hearing about throughout the week. But to start, I want to give you a little bit of context of who we are. We are a company that understands scale, and in a fourth-generation, family-owned private hotel initiative, we have over 120 locations in 17 countries, with a family of 30,000 employees, 8 million clients a year, and an incredibly high return rate amongst those clients. It's a client base that is incredibly loyal. It is a group of employees that value the company for its authenticity, its honesty, and its 4 pillars that define what Iberostar is in the hotel group. And those are the locations, the exceptional service, our incredible food, and our commitment to sustainability. This commitment to sustainability has to do with the last part, that 80% of our entire properties are coastal. And as part of that, the 4th-generation leadership, Gloria Flusha and Sabina Flusha, wanted to turn that sustainability outward and started this Wave of Change project. So what is the Wave of Change? The Wave of Change is not just supporting coral reef restoration, but it is a bold commitment with 3 lines of action that you guys have hopefully been hearing about throughout the week. The first is a strong commitment to removing single-use plastics in our operations and locations. What does that actually mean practically? In the past year, we have removed all single-use plastics from the 34 locations that we have in Spain, from the rooms of the 34 locations that we have in Spain. This means talking with suppliers. Talking with suppliers, thinking about innovative ways of packaging, thinking about what is it that you expect from your luxury visit. How do we match luxury with sustainability in this sort of location? The first step was to try and see if it was possible in Spain. Now, in 2019, our single-use plastics will be removed from all 120 rooms across all of our locations in the Americas and Europe. This is the first step that we're making in the Wave of Change movement towards eventually finding ways to incorporate a circular economy into the way that we operate in the locations where we are. Sustainable seafood. We're a company that enjoys celebrating the local cuisine and fare and providing all-inclusive buffets on your luxury hotel resort stays. That means that we have a lot of work to do with sustainable seafood. First, we're getting certifications, but certifications require providers that can provide things like Marine Stewardship Council certified sustainable food. We have worked with our providers and have certified 9 providers in Spain. We are the first hotel chain to serve MSC certified seafood in not only Spain, but all of Southern Europe. We have also brought the first providers to import MSC sustainable food in the Dominican Republic and are working to improve that in Mexico, and have a strong commitment to assess the rest of our profile, continue to consume certified seafood, and find ways to try and look at supporting local initiatives that are working towards sustainability in the fisheries in the locations where we operate. This is a little bit of our commitment to sustainable seafood. The third component is, I think, the most interesting component, and one of the reasons why I, as a coral reef biologist, am helping to bring this project having the scientific foundation that is necessary to actually make a difference when it comes to coastal health. When it comes to coastal health, our project has 3 areas in 3 ecosystems: the discovery, the protection, and the restoration of coral reefs, seagrasses, and mangroves in the ecosystems that provide services to our hotels and the communities where we operate. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we've done in the past year with coastal health, particularly restoration and coral reefs, and invite you to help join the Wave of Change movement with me. But before that, I wanted to have the Iberostar family tell you a little bit about our achievements that we've made thus far in plastics and sustainable seafood in the past year.
Para mí, Ola de Cambio es una gran iniciativa que busca mejorar nuestro futuro.
Es un esfuerzo que tenemos que hacer entre todos.
Ser los primeros en realizar un cambio necesario.
Ola de Cambio es exigirnos más a nosotros mismos por un mundo mejor.
Yo me siento muy orgullosa.
Desde siempre el respeto medioambiental y el cuidado de los entornos naturales ha estado presente en la actividad de Iberostar.
Lo importante en la Ola de Cambio son los pequeños pasos que realicemos cada día.
Esta iniciativa supone un importante desafío por la complejidad que conlleva el implantarlo en los 120 hoteles que tenemos.
Para mí la Ola de Cambio es un gran giro a lo que estamos acostumbrados a hacer. Poder empezar a utilizar productos sostenibles, acostumbrarnos a utilizarlos y así poder ayudar un poquito más al planeta. Nos quejábamos al principio porque quieras que no todo es cámbialo todo, pero bien, muy bien. Te acostumbras y es fácil, y son incluso menos cosas que antes.
A nivel interno ha funcionado muy bien, tanto los clientes como nuestro personal lo ha aceptado perfectamente. Al final, los clientes vienen a vivir una experiencia aquí a nuestros hoteles y eso engloba absolutamente todo. Es una forma también muy bonita de que los clientes se lleven una grata impresión de lo que es la cadena en cuanto a proyectos de sostenibilidad en este caso.
La Ola de Cambio está teniendo un impacto muy fuerte sobre nuestras personas.
Requiere de una ayuda exterior, de expertos especializados que además nos acompañen para llegar a esos nuevos sistemas.
Además está genial porque estamos viendo cómo la gente hace piña, están comprometidos.
Esto es una cadena. Tenemos que convencer a los proveedores que necesitamos esos productos sostenibles y por lo tanto tienen que acompañarnos en este viaje.
Todos nos hemos implicado bastante porque hemos visto que sí, que esto es lo que había que hacer y no ha costado tanto. Incluso muchos clientes nos han felicitado por el cambio. Hemos eliminado las pajitas de plástico, ahora tenemos pajitas de cartón. En el tema de cubiertos, el cubierto de comida para llevar ya no es de plástico, es de madera de bambú ecológico, el plato es de fécula de maíz, tenemos vasos compostables y vasos para el servicio en solarium de policarbonato que son reutilizables.
Somos la primera empresa en España, la primera cadena hotelera certificada en consumo de pesca sostenible.
Nos beneficia a todos, nos beneficia en aquellos países donde estamos presentes y beneficia además la protección de las especies marinas.
Lo primero que hemos hecho ha sido eliminar del consumo y de nuestras cartas y de nuestros menús es aquellos productos más sensibles en el mercado y apostamos por otro tipo de especies que son más cercanas, aunque sean más desconocidas y que sobre todo que estén en la temporada, porque el cliente lo que busca es descubrir dónde va de vacaciones. Ese producto que le ofrecemos es cultura gastronómica y esos valores también los queremos inculcar.
La salud costera es uno de los asuntos prioritarios para Iberostar.
En este aspecto son muy importantes los acuerdos con las universidades y las comunidades, tanto educativas como científicas.
Los objetivos de nuestra compañía van mucho más allá de nuestros propios hoteles. Se trata de generar un modelo sostenible que llegue a las instituciones y deje un legado para las futuras generaciones.
Cada iniciativa, cada empleo, cada paso que hacemos es importante para cambiar las cosas.
Esta iniciativa de Ola de Cambio me parece admirable. Cómo una empresa familiar hotelera se ha enfrentado a un problema global cara a cara.
Se lo debemos todo al mar y solucionar estos problemas es un asunto que no debemos pasar por alto.
Es algo a lo que deberíamos apuntarnos todos.
Queremos que todos se sumen a esta iniciativa porque todos tenemos que formar parte de esta ola de cambio.
Oh my God. So what does it mean to actually be a hotel that looks at ensuring coastal health in the areas where it operates? Well, one of the first things that I wanted to do as a scientist was quantify how much reef there was providing these services to our hotels. You can see at one of our properties that's some reef structure right in front of our location in the Dominican Republic. So that's what I did. I wanted to see how much reef was actually providing these ecosystem services, and turns out there's about 6 square kilometers of reef providing over $2 million of ecosystem services each year. And I thought that that would be the leading argument. But what you could see from that video, and what I hope that you're feeling from this wave of change, is it wasn't the economic argument that made sense to the company. It was the ability to align themselves with an initiative that is actually making a difference. And this is something that we are trying to develop by supporting the Reef Futures Conference and by supporting this community in their quest to scale reef restoration and inviting you to join the wave of change by using the facilities, the geography that we have within Iberostar. Our philosophy to look at the strengths of us as a company, the agility, the facilities, the fact that we have dive operators internally within our companies to be able to take you out into the field. 8 million clients for you to engage with that are not part of the choir who already are thinking about saving coral reefs. Geographic distributions, networks of partners, exceptional service, and the capacity to scale. We want to bring that together with the challenges that remain with reef restoration. A lot of the challenges that we saw throughout this conference are what we're trying to pull together all of the pieces and find the capacity to bring them together. Therein lies how we're trying to develop the resources for wave of change, coastal health, and restoration for coral reefs with Iberostar. I want to show you a little bit of what it is that we've been able to do in the past 8 months in the Dominican Republic. Thanks to our partners, local partners, Fundamar, and the dive operations that let us operate in the areas where we work. The communities where we're able to interact with not only the local community, but our clients, performing research to be able to elevate this, and building facilities for us to be able to actually do some of the harder challenges on fragmentation, scaling up, doing a lot of this analysis. This is what we've been able to build in 2018. In 2019, we'll be adding lab facilities. We'll be adding a control system to this laboratory. We'll be looking at expanding our operations to a new location that we have in Aruba, to bring in Aruba's coastal resources to the ABC Islands. We're looking at opportunities of how we can scale these operations in Cuba. But most importantly, we need your help and your contribution. We have the Wave of Change competition that has been an insert in your packet. It also is on the Reef Futures website. Take a look at some of the resources that we have. Submit an idea. Find a way to scale your project in outreach or in research with us. We're giving away 2 free stays at the Iberostar resorts for you to make that idea a reality and to start thinking about ways that you can scale up your initiatives with us as part of this wave of change. I couldn't thank you more for letting us share a little bit about our wave of change. I hope that you keep in contact with some of the initiatives that we're doing. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to find myself or one of our Iberostar representatives, and we'd love to answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much.